Hi everyone, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through some tummy time movements that are going to really help with opening up the front side of the shoulders, the chest. If you tend to be sitting at a desk for a long time or sitting in general for a long time, we tend to get sometimes neck pain, stiffness. We get what we call tech neck with the head jutting forward. So this is gonna just really help to open all that up and strengthen into the back side. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start on our belly, tucking those toes under, anchoring down through the knees and thighs, and then forehead is gonna start on the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and just find some length here, finding a couple decomp breaths. Starting to activate in my shoulders, pulling the floor downward here. And once I feel some nice length happening here and some activation into the shoulders, I'm going to go ahead and pull my forehead straight back off the mat. Staying with that breath. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see if I can squeeze my shoulders back, pressing a little bit through the knees into the floor, making sure there's no pressure into my lower back. So squeezing back to lift the arms off the floor. I'm going to think of squeezing my elbows towards each other and finding those lat muscles, finding my shoulders. And then I'm going to go ahead and just pull my thumbs to the sky. So pulling up towards the sky with my thumbs, pulling my shoulder blades together, and just holding here. Again, maintaining that length. Don't feel like you have to lift up super high. We don't want to create more compression here, just length and strength. So holding, I can do some reps here, lowering down and lifting off, squeezing back, lowering and squeezing. Can do this from anywhere to 10 to 20 reps at a time. And again, we're just opening up the shoulders and chest, activating the shoulders, activating the upper back, and maintaining our length here. I'm going to do a few more. Good. From here, I can place my fingertips back down on the floor. Again, just activating into the shoulders, pulling the floor downward to find my length. And then I'm going to go ahead and just transition by reaching my fingertips overhead. Again, maintaining this lengthened and strength position. From here, I'm going to go into a side bend. So I'm going to pull my right shoulder down and reach across with my opposite hand. So I'm really trying to find this lat engagement here, pulling that shoulder down the back and opening up my opposite side. You might take a breath here. You can use your fingertips on the floor for support. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch sides. Again, I'm really trying to pull that shoulder down the back, finding that lat muscle activation. Keeping my knees lightly pressed into the floor, making sure there's no pressure into my lower back. And then I'm just going to switch side to side. You can pause to one side if you want, if you feel like one side needs a little bit more opening than the other. Or you can just go side to side here. Just finding that opening and activation to each side. And then if I want a little bit more of a challenge, I can lift my fingertips off the floor. So pulling back and reaching. I'm going to think of an internal rotation from this arm that's reaching across. And then I'm pulling, again, that shoulder down the back, finding that nice activation. And just going side to side. Again, trying to maintain as much length as I can here. I'm making sure that I'm not jutting my neck backwards. I'm keeping my neck long. Couple more. And then I'm going to go ahead and place my fingertips back down on the ground. Taking a couple breaths here. From here, I'm going to see if I can lift both arms off the ground, keeping my position with my toes tucked, knees and thighs anchored. I'm going to go ahead and lift off, reach, think of an internal rotation from those shoulders. And then I'm going to exhale, pull both arms down the back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Few more. Good. Again, placing those fingertips back on the floor. I can go ahead and keep going with a couple more sets of those. Or I can go ahead and just relax, turn my head to one side, take a breath, and switch to the opposite side. Forehead back to the mat and press yourself up. And those are some tummy time variations.